Alright. On est juste après l'espèce de machine à la Warhammer. Puis, cette fois-ci, je me suis mis au niveau Discord là, juste pour pouvoir suivre l'histoire de façon un petit peu plus investie. Donc, le dude aux cheveux blancs est apparu. Il nous a dit qu'il était la prochaine étape. Il nous a invités à le suivre. Puis là, on essaie de figurer qu'est-ce qui se passe. I ought to have anticipated this. If she bore witness to past events within Pandemonium, Athena would have found Elidibus impossible to overlook. Few possess such a talent for magics, to say naught of the emissary's discerning judgment. And so she found his soul upon the tides of the ethereal sea, and used his memory to craft a puppet that would serve her whims. But is what Themis said true? She imbued Pandemonium itself with a soul. To breathe life into that which should never live, Athena research is fast approaching its culmination. Fortunately, with the information shared with us by your friend, we've made some strides toward figuring out how to stop her. A crystal called the Heart of Sabik may be the key. Oh, c'était l'Oracite de la Abrea, ça, je pense. The researchers related a quick but thorough history of the event leading to the present, the sundering of the star, the emergence of the Asians, and the calamities they have brought to bear upon the realm. Tales that under other circumstances we would have considered childish fantasy, if not for a name that rang true to Labrea's memory. Heart of Sabik, to you the secret of the Ultima weapon's might, not least the power known as Ultima, and a source of enduring mystery, quand il possédait Tancred. We are told that the general from the Gallian Empire was gifted this Oracite by an Asian, that the Ultima weapon might be perfected. The identity of the shadowy benefactor, however, remains a curious unknown. Why? You seem to be a veritable trove of uncommon knowledge. If there is aught you are withholding... Oh, est-ce que j'ai dit? Very well, at present the art of Sabik itself is of greater moment. It is a creation of Athena's, made during her time with the words of La Habrea. This predates even Pandemonium's construction. She brought before us a crystal she claimed to have chanced upon, saying it contained immense power. She dubbed it Oracite, studying it with a fervor unusual even for her. The eventual fruit of her effort was a Stygian crystal unlike aught we had ever seen, the Heart of Sabik. What is Oracite? How did she find this Oracite? Did Athena encounter Ultima, the Eye Seraph, perchance? Juste pour le fun. Est-ce qu'elle a rencontré Ultima? An unexpectedly specific question. I gather that the Heart of Sabik is not the only Oracite in this era. Regardless, I know not of this High Seraph. Athena was never forthcoming as to how she found the crystal, though we came to suspect that it was not of our star. Oh. Much later, we discovered that Oracite magnifies the desire of those who come into contact with it. This would do much to explain Athena's action following her recovery of the crystal. Donc l'Oracite amplifie les sentiments de la personne. Ou les désirs, en fait. Alas, this realization came too late. By the time I moved to seal the Oracite and its insidious influence away, Athena's plot had already been laid. So what came of the Heart of Sabik? I took it from Athena's laboratory after I ended her life. The density of the ether within was unlike anything I had observed. I knew its capacity for destruction, but further analysis proved impossible. I elected to safeguard it myself. It is possible that Athena herself obscured the crystal contents. Even were her memory stored within, I would have remained in ignorance. If she included some mechanism by which the give of these memory form, as she did with our own. Dans le fond, c'est pas l'Athéna originale, c'est que elle a programmé le cristal pour que ça la ramène. She would be reborn. So to speak, c'est plus l'original, c'est une autre. Ironic that I should have protected those very memories in the name of safeguarding the star. Fate is loath to see mistake go unpunished. Oh. Quick Tone, Heaven's Eye. Moi, je veux du Critical Hit en tant que Gunbreaker. Fait que dans le fond, ce qu'on sait, ce qu'on veut pas lui dire, c'est que lui, qui est plus ou moins le dernier boss du jeu de base, c'est lui qui a donné la recette à l'Empire pour provoquer l'invasion de notre pays au début du jeu. The Emissary's Judgment. Ah oui, c'est vrai, Thémis, c'est l'émissaire. I have told you all I know of Athena and the many secrets she kept hidden from the world. If she indeed stored her memory within the heart of Sebek, we must ask ourselves how they were awakened in this age. When was the crystal last sighted? Durant ma bataille avec la Ultima Weapon, dans les mains de l'Assien, présumément. Bon, dire dans ma bataille contre l'Ultima. Je vois pas pourquoi on cacherait cette information-là. In which you triumphed, but failed to recover the heart. Yet according to your colleagues, there was another one on the battlefield that day, an Ascian. And the selfsame Ascian was later struck down at a location known as the Aetherochemical Research Facility. I've heard that name, and recently, the site of Professor Claudian's disappearance. Indeed, he was tracing an ethereal signature resembling that of the memory crystal in his possession, a signature that may well have belonged to the heart of Sebek, in which case, it is no coincidence that Athena's awakening followed. But what reason would he have to bring her back to life? Was his mind not his own? Ouais, je pense pas qu'il l'ait fait volontairement. Yet more questions without answer. Surtout que Claudien, c'est un rando, là. Je sais pas pourquoi il aurait essayé de le ramener. Although Athena's essence is that of memory, her magic have not suffered for lack of a physical body. As the world is now, it should not be possible, but she must have found a suitable vessel. Ah, ça doit être Claudien, son corps. Parce que les Asciens ont la faculté de posséder les gens et aussi de changer la forme des gens s'ils veulent. Probablement qu'elle a juste possédé Claudien. If Elidibus is to be believed, she readies this vessel for godhood and is perilously close to success. It beggars belief. As you well know, you were the linchpin of her ambition. Yours was the only form that could contain the immense power Athena required, and it has long since turned to dust. Mon fils, tu es mort. As pleasant as this discussion is, we require more information if we're to unravel this mystery. J'ai un épée, je peux summoner du monde, je peux aller tabasser le fantôme de Thémis pour avoir les informations si tu veux. You know who awaits you then, Themis. I fear you won't find him so cooperative as we're accustomed to. We know not how vast the space beyond these gates may be, but somewhere within lurks Athena, with Elidibus leashed at her side. This may be a simplistic theory, but hear me out. If Themis arose from his memories intact, he will be eager to see reason. We need only break the magics that bind him to regain our old ally. When I had fallen under Hephaestus' influence, you didn't stop trying until I was freed. I would ask that you do the same for Themis. Though none of us are real in the conventional sense, I feel it must be done. Themis would never have wished to be your enemy. Non, il était full gentil, Themis. The first warrior of light. While Eric's perspective is a sentimental one, Elidibus may possess privileged knowledge. To question him unimpeded by magic would be ideal. Agdistis broke free of her bond in her final moment, suggesting that Athena's hold weakened under the weight of combat. You might use the same principle to unshackle Elidibus' mind. But remember that our very nature is fragile. If he inhabits a vessel with which to meet you in battle, I am certain this is not meant to endure. if left weakened for too long, his ether may dissipate back into the ethereal sea. You had best act quickly. Fait qu'on a peur que si on le tabasse, il fasse juste mourir et qu'il soit pas sauvable. Hey, un Millennium Puzzle. Tan, 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 tan. The 11th Circle. Good! Allons tabasser notre former friend. Qu'on a déjà tabassé. Pour le fun. The crystal, I have returned it to the safekeeping of your colleagues. I could find nothing new amongst the memories stored within. This space, on the other hand, is fascinating, wrought by the same power the keywords wielded, perhaps. Eric? We know not for how long we'll have free reign to go between here and the Aetiascope. We'll remain here for now unless absolutely necessary. Aetiascope. Yep. Bon ben. Enter the 11th circle. Roger will do. Doinks. On enlève ça. On fait ça. On va retourner chercher André. Yo yo yo!
Yo.
Yo.
Parfait. T'es-tu prêt à ce que je lance le 11e?
Oui.
Tu m'as invité pour le 11e, il est plus cool que le 2e.
Vraiment.
Ouais? Ok, cool. Ouais, André aussi, tantôt, il disait que ça avait l'air d'être le plus cool de la gang.
Ah, le 4e est cool pas mal aussi.
Crimson Wolf joins the party. Je mets ma tank stance. D'un coup que l'autre se sent comme s'il avait envie de tanker puis qu'il l'a déjà fait. Oh wait, on a deux tanks dans le groupe, c'est Rémi qui va tanker.
Ah, je peux tanker si tu veux.
Il est-tu bien compliqué à tanker? Sinon, moi le prendre, ça me dérange
Non,
pas.
c'est basic.
Ah, ok, moi y aller. Let's go. Tu le prendras quand je crève.
Une coupe de double tank. Je pense qu'il y a un double stack, mais à part ça.
Ça s'en vient pas mal standard, les double stacks, je te dirais.
Faut donner quelque chose à faire l'autre tank.
Ben, en vrai, oui, c'est pas une mauvaise chose. Là.
Je vais en tant que faire le tank parce que je veux avoir les montures.
Tant que c'est toi l'autre tank, je dirais pas que c'est mon first time. Full party! Woohoo! Party in the bus!
Ah, la musique.
C'est-tu l'espèce de site où ce que les Hassiens se rencontraient pour parler, là? Je vais lever mon son dans mes oreilles.
Ouais, ben j'aime ça.
C'est ça sa voix? Je m'en rappelle pas.
Moi aussi, c'était plus grave que je me rappelle.
Sa voix de Warrior Fight. La musique, c'est genre un remix de la mélodie.
Ah, nice! Tan, 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 tan. Il ressemble à... Voyons, son casque me fait penser au dude de FF1, FF2, là.
Mais
André est rendu plus et light de ce
ouais.
Ephemeral Justice. Femis. Moi j'y avais vraiment dit, mais je veux pas te retuer.
Comment faut que je t'apprenne la leçon, old man?
T'es old man.
Êtes-vous des radis?
Il veut un 10 secondes de cooldown si tu fais ça, Mathieu?
Je l'ai déjà su un moment donné. Vas-y donc pour le fun. Ready check.
Countdown 10.
Voler à 0.
5, 4, 3, 2. Les mages qui sont déjà prêts.
Je suis en train de caster.
Ah, il a hâte de se battre contre nous. Oh oh oh, on va sortir ça.
Puis vu qu'il casse mauve, il va frapper sur les sides après.
Ok,
S'il casse jaune, il va frapper au milieu une deuxième fois.
ok. Donc là, il va fesser 2 fois au milieu. Parfait.
Ouais, ça va être plus large pour leur circuit.
Oh, ok, good to know.
Si je le sais, c'est que je me suis fait avoir.
Oh, la toune. Va falloir que j'ajoute sur mon iPod, celle-là.
Beaucoup de tonnes de flash clash dans
Ouais, mais FF fait vraiment de la bonne musique. Là.
Tu vas être un élément, faut que tu être dans l'inverse.
Ok. Ah, ok. Balance must be maintained. Faut que je reste dedans, j'imagine?
Ouais.
Oh, quelqu'un vient de crever. Le deuxième healer vient de crever juste à côté de moi.
Tous les là sont morts.
Oh!
On
On
a
a-tu un
Red Mage
res
qui va bien.
mage?
Un Mulling, ça, je sais pas.
Yep. Good job, res mage. Oh, ben. Dark and light. Ok, ouais, c'est ça. No, I'm a dark. Je peux pas arm length cette fois-là.
Ouais, je sais pas, dans le bon point de vue. J'ai jamais été mauve jusqu'à date.
Non,
Là,
non.
les têtes sont toujours dans le mauve. Mais finalement, non. Faut que j'aille trop loin pour se faire vous venir ici.
Ok, ouais. Good to know. Oh, il l'a fait plusieurs fois. Sorry. On dirait qu'on écoute sa musique, mais genre dans un café ou quelque chose comme ça.
Très propre ce combat. Casse mauve et que ça va être au milieu après.
Ouais. J'ai pas osé sortir de mon cercle non plus. Arm's length. Qui est l'émissaire? Pourquoi tu juges? C'est pas ton
C'est
title.
le job de juger.
C'est sa job à lui, ça?
Ouais. C'est à lui de juger que le conseil fait sa job.
Des fois tu vas être notre allié, des fois tu vas être notre ennemi. The first warrior of light.
Ah,
Genre.
what? Pas compris.
Oui, comme il a dit, je suis plus que dans celui-là.
Oh shit!
Des fois, tu tiens avec des alliés, pas pour tirer contre les alliés.
C'est un druide, il est true neutral. Pas fier de moi, là, j'ai eu un sac de vulnérable.
J'ai été one shot, mais j'ai pas compris pourquoi.
Oh, bonjour.
Il y a aussi case jaune puis mauve avec la danse.
Il s'élarge. Ouais. Oh, ok, nice. Sorry, j'ai pas mon truc de... Il l'a fait plus vite que mon affaire à recharger, quand même. Mon espèce de truc qui shield le party au complet. Là.
C'est genre 2 minutes de recharge.
Ouais, il me restait 20 secondes encore. Là, il est mauve. Ouais, on s'en va au milieu. Quand il saute dessus, non, il est toujours mauve ou il peut être jaune aussi?
Il peut être jaune, ça peut être un AO autour de lui, je pense. Ah, il peut toujours mauve? Pas là.
En tout cas, la dernière fois que je l'ai vu, c'était tout mauve, mais j'ai inclus une fois.
I shall never die. Wanna talk about it?
Check de bord de vie, je sais pas.
Spoiler pour son futur. Là.
T'es pas mon premier émissaire. Quoi? Quoi? Il est jaune, fait que là, faut aller à l'autre bout du cercle. Là. Arms length. Et... Non, rien que nébuleux. Oh, j'ai mangé des épées jaunes. Sans pas avoir rien changé. Mais... Well, GG boys!
GG.
Dun, 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 dun.
Demander le reste.
Ouais, le... Bravo Red Mage.
J'avoue, hein. Il y a le sous de défaut en plus. Ah, il est déjà parti le Red Mage pour moi. Bon ben, tiens. C'est un autre piece of armor. Need! Passons stratégiquement.
Tu passes tout, mais tu gagnes pas les deux armures. Non.
Non. Ah non! Celle que j'avais roulé 80, je l'ai pas eu. Ah oui, je l'ai eu, j'ai rien dit. Bye!
Ah bon.
C'est donc l'affaire d'à côté qui avait été popée. Yeah, j'ai 3 bottes d'armure. Bon, je vais aller écouter les cutscenes and shit. Be back, boys.
Oh, bye.
Oh, la petite musique inquiétante. The fog has lifted. I knew that Athena's magic magnified the desire of their victim at the expense of aught else, but I never guessed what desire of mine she could exploit. L'envie de me combattre. Quoique la situation là est louche, je sais pas si je fais confiance. Since the moment we met, I have made plain my interest in you, my desire to understand your nature. I suppose that curiosity extended to how each of us would fare in a match of strength. Non, dissipe-toi pas. What is this? free. Then I am no longer needed. Oh, elle a dispel. Do not look so crestfallen, my friend. These few moments of clarity are more than I could have asked for. À chaque fois qu'on se fait un ami à sien, il crève. We need you, Themis. This work isn't over yet. You must render judgment of Athena's action. Oh no, we need you. No, Papa! Oh, je vais le sauver. Yay! C'est tellement rare que notre personnage prend action dans une cutscene. D'habitude, il regarde tout se passer sans problème. This warmth. Your ether. Oh, il va-tu comprendre ce que je suis grâce à ça? You've grasped the fraying strands of my being and tied them together with your own. Nevertheless, I fear that I am here on borrowed time. I only hope that I can see you through the last of our battles. Until then, I will cherish every moment. Yay! I am Elidibus, the emissary. Ouais. Vos doigts carrés nous rappellent que jeu 10 ans. As such, it falls upon me to judge Athena, who could disrupt our carefully maintained balance to fulfill her own desire. I swear I shall not waver in this duty. Let us return to Eric and La Habrea. There is much I would share with you before we embark upon our final ascent. Hey, il pleut maintenant ici. The four of us are together once again. Although I may not have directly experienced our adventures, my memory makes our bond as real as any other. As I surmise, Elidibus was constructed with the strength to see your battles done, yet I fear his ether may not sustain him through another. C'est sûr que si elle avait créé un bonhomme qui pouvait m'aider en bataille, ce serait pas fort, mais... Themis, it's good to see you. I knew Den would guide you to our side once again. I am grateful he had the patience to tolerate my lapse in manners. Athena's hold upon me is broken, and I pledge every moment of my remaining time to seeing that she answers for her deeds. Very good. To that end, I would have you share what you know of her plan. Of course, as I mentioned, Athena possesses a vessel that may serve in the creation of God. It is someone then knows well, a man by the name of Claudien. Knew it! By a twist of fate, his body proved to be ideal for Athena's purpose. Ben, okay. The creation of a person requires not just body, soul, or memory, but rather all three. We are made from the memories of our ancient counterpart, etched upon drifting soul, and given from form through the infusion of ether. We lack a physical body, yet you can see and feel us all the same. Athena is different. She has carved the memories into Claudian's soul while it was still within its body, and thus made both her own. But even she is prone to error. After the sundering, being became more fragile in both body and soul, and this difference prevents Athena from realizing the full extent of her desire. Ben c'est sûr, c'est un treizième ou un quatorzième d'une personne. So that's why she has turned her sight toward Dan. His uncommon strength rivals even the mightiest of our age. By scrutinizing his feats in battle, Athena aims to deduce the secret of Dane's prowess and use it to fortify her own vessel. Only then will the culmination of her research be at hand. Mais c'est drôle parce que les autres Asiens nous avaient toujours dit que notre force venait du fait qu'on était rejoined en partie. Mais un Asien, techniquement parlant, à 1v1, devrait encore être plus fort que nous. We have to save Claudien. Can't we simply remove Athena's memory from Claudien's body? Then to fight Athena, we must fight Claudien as well. Ah, on va dire qu'il faut le sauver. Sauvons le non-nain que j'ai rencontré au début de la quête. An arduous task, but not impossible. Athena can inscribe herself upon another's soul, but she cannot erase its will. If we awaken Claudien's spirit to the reality of his bondage, he might be compelled to wrest his body from Athena's clutches. We still don't know why she chose Claudien. What makes him more suited than anyone else? Although I have never spoken to Claudien, I did witness an incident that may prove revelatory. When instructing the vessel to do her bidding, she called it by a familiar name, Erectonios. Oh mon dieu, Claudien, c'est le Eric Sunderd. What? Why would she? It is as I thought. Claudien, c'est le Eric Sunderd. What are the odds? Of course, our action is clear. We must lay Athena low and rescue Claudien. A difficult task, to be sure, but one which the prison company is more than capable of achieving. Why would Athena use my name? More questions and few answers to go around. A mother's touch. Labria will discuss the plan to bring about Athena's end. Poil de chausseau la longue. Il faut le bon de cette storyline là. Pourquoi ils l'ont pas plus voice acté que ça? Themis, you may have just handed us the key to rescuing Claudien. What must we do? First and foremost, we must confront Athena. She must be made vulnerable as Elidibus was. Yet our opponent stands on the verge of godhood. As we are now, she would unmake us in an instant. Then we have no choice but to place the burden of our fate and the fate of many more besides squarely upon your shoulder. I trust you have no objection. Story of my life. God or no, I shall cast her down. It's a burden I'm used to carrying. Objections? No. Concerns? Yes. Voyons, dans la première extension, on était littéralement un God Slayer. Quoique les Primals ne sont pas à proprement parler des dieux, mais pas loin. Pour le lol. It's a burden I'm used to carrying. I imagine so. Ever have we relied upon your skill at arms? And we all appreciate Dan's willingness to fling himself at the unknown. However, we have yet to hear how this will liberate Claudien. I have a plan. Do not trouble yourself over detail. Un sacrifice? Les mémoires vont se sacrifier. Quoique les mémoires savent qu'ils vont pas vivre éternellement. The same goes for you, then. You must focus the entirety of your attention on Athena. She will not be easily bested, even by one of your power. Then let us trust in Labria and prepare the battle to come. And back we go. Before we face Athena, I must know. If she had never discovered the Aura Sight, had never fallen under its influence, would she have lived a normal life? Would she have been a mother to me? I have asked myself the same question. Questions with no answer, I fear. But let us put them out of our mind. There is something we must discuss, and I would do so not as Labria, but as a father to his son. Oh, curieux de savoir qu'est-ce qu'il va y dire. Anabaseios, the 12th circle. Hey boys!
Welcome back.
Oh.
Quatrième cercle. Rémi, tu veux-tu venir?
Ouais.
Alright. Que dis-je? 12e cercle. C'est le dernier, ça veut dire qu'il n'y en aura pas d'autres après.
Ça fini là.
Ouh. Fait que là, c'est quoi les odds que Claudien, ce soit la version Sundered de Eric, puis que par hasard il soit tombé sur l'esprit de sa mère?
Eric.
Le fils de la Brea, Eric Tonios.
Des bonnes chances.
Ouais.
Fallait que ce soit lui, avec ce cristal-là, qui explorait ces ruines-là à ce moment-là. Bitch, please.
J'assume que c'était pas arrangé avec le gars des vues.
Aussi.
Ouais. Probablement des bonnes chances que ce soit arrangé avec le gars des vues. Êtes-vous prêts?
Oui.
Ouais.
Fait que là, on va se battre contre Athéna, mais on dirait que j'ai aucune idée à quoi m'attendre avec elle. On n'a pas vu... Tu sais, les autres fights, ils nous ont montré des bonhommes en avance, mais elle, on n'a rien vu.
Je pense à Athéna, là, chevalier grec avec une épée bouclier, avec un chapeau à plumes. Là.
Oh.
Il est comme une viking.
J'aurais plus imaginé une romaine qu'un viking, mais good to know.
Ah ben, j'ai déjà vu des images d'Athéna. Ça ressemble un peu à une Valkyrie, un peu.
The 12th Circle. Quelque chose que je trouvais wack, qui disait oh, on sait pas pourquoi t'es aussi puissant que ça, mais moi je pensais que c'était parce qu'on n'était pas complètement Sundered qu'on était puissant.
Ben, t'es le moins Thunder de la gang, puis t'as une gros blessing de la.
Ah, c'est vrai qu'on a Eidolon aussi.
On l'a peut-être plus là.
Ouais.
On est le moins Thunder de la gang.
Ouais. Bon point.
You have done well to reach the seat of godhood. Now, bear your souls to me.
Bitch, ton fils veut que je te pète la gueule. What? C'est quoi cette musique de bar là?
Tu vois la
Elle a,
référence.
elle a bien rendu.
Selene de Revenge. Non, Selene! Ok, oui. Elle ressemble à Selene. C'est donc bien drôle.
C'est une musique qui me fait penser à Nier Automata, ça.
Oui, hein? Je suis d'accord avec toi.
Ça. Je m'imaginerais quasiment au cirque ou le boss du cirque. Ça ressemble à la même.
Hey, t'es rendu paladin? T'étais pas Dark Knight?
Moi, ça?
Hein?
Ouais, j'ai été paladin 3 quarts d'extension. J'étais Gunbreaker en commençant.
Non, mais je veux dire, dans le raid d'avant, je pensais que t'étais.
Non.
Je viens de réaliser, il y a sûrement des bonnes chances qu'elle puisse nous pousser en bas de la reine, hein?
Petite chance.
Quelle arène.
On va rester à côté de Rémi d'un coup qu'il y a un double tank buster.
C'est juste le grand encore, fait quand même.
Oh! Fallait se tasser de bord après. Oh! Ok, faut-tu leur faire genre 1000 fois? Oh shit! Mais quel début!
J'ai pas encore compris comment le déranger.
Ouais, écoute, à ce point-là, je sais pas si on est mieux de reset là parce que. Ah, je suis mort. Ah, tu t'es pas rendu compte que t'étais en tank stance?
Non. J'ai pas tanké l'autre fight, fait que.
Tiens, personne ne le sait que je te connais.
Phase de char.
Yep. Je vais en faire se tourner de bâche.
Que t'avais stacké avec moi. Pourquoi est-ce que tu stacké avec moi? Ah, parce que je tank! Oh mon dieu! pas là pour nous autres depuis qu'on est là.
Là, elle a chargé son aile à ma gauche. Ah oui, ça, elle fait tout du même bord, là. Ah, non, j'ai rien dit. Ok, j'ai rien compris.
Ah, moi non plus, là. T'inquiète.
Bon, fait que là, les bouboules. Là. Spawner des Valkyries. Faut-tu s'éloigner ou faut-tu les intercepter, les Valkyries qui visent du monde?
Point des lasers.
Ok. Charge d'un bord. Gauche, gauche, droite, je pense. Gauche,
Ouais.
gauche, droite. Mon dieu, c'est dur à voir, c'est lesquels qu'elle charge.
C'est facile à voir de mon bord. Je check les ailes, que elles qui brillent.
Hmm. Hop. On va faire un gros shit of doom sur moi. Yup. Super Chain Theory. Mes yeux. Ok, Super Chain dans ce sens-là. C'est quoi la gimmick ici? Ok, faut tirer les boboules dans les autres
Les
boboules.
boules,
Là.
les donuts, les donuts.
C'est une affaire que le tank aura jamais besoin de se soucier, ça.
T'as une vulnérabilité.
Ah.
En gros, il y a un truc qui va vers vers la. En gros, le donut ici, il se fait absorber avec la chaîne vers la surface ici, ça va créer une AOE en forme de qu'est-ce qu'elle
donut.
absorbe.
Je devais avoir les pieds dans la ouais. Oh non. Ah shit. Ok, là je suis dans la merde. On va manger l'autre aussi. You're up, Rémi.
C'est de pack.
You're up, moi. Unnatural chain.
Faut que nous tankons, mais finalement tu.
Comment?
C'est pas tank
Comptais pas?
defense.
Ben non, j'ai provoque puis j'ai. Ouais. Bon, je sais pas pourquoi j'ai pas ramassé la grosse, excuse-moi.
Ouais, je l'ai tenté puis je te l'ai donné.
Thanks. Pas un ce qui est passé, j'ai pourtant provoqué, mais. Oh, what the fuck is going on here?
C'est au milieu.
Ah. Oh! Bye! Tank vote, please. What? Oh, Volk! Hey, donc ben fine, elle nous a reconstruit la reine. Mes yeux. Oh my god, c'est non-stop les AOE. Vite, faut que ça meure ça. Ouh.
Je sais pas ce que j'étais rasé.
Moi, j'avais été résumé au milieu puis j'étais tombé.
Je suis pas capable de target. Je suis pas capable de target. Ah, les motadines de Boboule. Ça c'est une plaine, ça c'est une plaine, pis ça c'est un donut. Fait qu'on est ici. Fait que c'est le donut qu'on aime finalement.
Ouais. On reste de ce bord là.
Ok, thank you. Super Chain! Petite boule, petite boule, petite boule. Y'a-tu une bobo? Y'a-tu un donut quelque part?
On dirait pas.
Oh, on n'est pas capable de sauter, c'est normal drôle. Je vois pas ce que ça change là, mais.
Des coins, genre.
Fuck. Rémi, prends-la.
Les big.
Donut.
Le donut
À ta
est
gauche.
en haut.
Il va y avoir une explosion juste à côté par contre. Attention Rémi. Droite, gauche, droite. On change de bord. Hello. La tête le plancher puis on wipe. Juste pour faire suer.
Nice.
Ouais, y'a pas d'unrage malheureusement. Non, non, non.
Faut juste rester loin de tout. Ah, encore! Bye! L'équipe que sa job c'est de trouver des nouvelles mécaniques, il doit avoir tellement de fun.
Moi, j'avais protégé le healer avec mon shield d'un odeur, je passais des gars. Et le healer a pas été knockback de la plateforme, mais je l'ai été.
Tout
Oh,
ça a
non.
été. Non, non.
C'est une break, hein.
Ah oui, en vrai. Ah, moi je suis turbo dead là-dessus. Hein. Ils m'ont pas soigné.
Fait qu'on de mourir à cette vie.
Ouais, Rémi, et avec, faut que tu te fasses soigner.
Clemency.
Ah, crème, j'aurais dû popper Super Bullet, j'y ai même pas pensé en plus. Hey, comment cette cochonnerie-là est presque morte là. Wouhou!
Cool.
Nice. Je dread de savoir ça va être quoi le savage de ce boss là.
Ah, c'est une idée mignon.
73.
Moi, j'ai hâte de savoir c'est quoi Savage, puisque les Savages ont toujours une transformation. En quoi qu'elle va se transformer à cette heure?
Célène, mais la vraie.
Elle est toute petite, genre?
Dans... On voulait le boss d'affaires, on se bat contre le méchant Labra, qui se transforme en plein de monstres bizarres, mais la version Savage qui devient un gros mutant flottant dans le ciel de 15 000 ailes différentes.
J'ai eu l'armure!
T'as eu les 4 armures, bon.
J'ai eu le doll! J'ai eu les 4 armures pis j'ai eu le
213.
popette.
Moi j'ai eu une commandation.
C'est une de plus que moi. Je suis mort tellement souvent. Ça en est shameful. Alright, j'avais fini l'histoire puis je vous reviens, boys.
Bye.
Maman! Oh mon dieu, la scène avec les rayons de soleil. Countless years I waited within that stifling crystal, and now when my dream is finally within reach, you stand in my way. Your dream is not but selfish ambition. Its fulfillment would benefit only you. And why, Athena? At the end of this road to godhood, what did you hope to find? It matters not. The fact remains that she worked against the interests of the star. Even so, I would hear her answer. I would know why my mother cast us aside. Elle a perdu son masque d'acier. How unlike you, Eric. You were never so inquisitive before. Having struck upon a hypothesis, there is but one thing the wise woman desires. Irrefutable proof. Ok, fait qu'un crackpot finalement. Le génie et la démence vont ensemble. My theory was that any true God would see us as we are, imperfect. She would hammer out our flaws and build something greater. To prove this could not but benefit the star, I would give it the perfect stewards and it might shine brighter than any other. Vous aviez déjà une vie absolument parfaite, tu sais? And you would destroy the lives already upon it. In that I am no different from our peers. Over the course of eons, how many creation have we wrought? Such creatures cannot but usher their inferior predecessors into oblivion. Even without our meddling, nature would take the self-same course. If the destination is the same, it is somehow worse to arrive there by the guidance of God. I think not. The Oracite made such thought irresistible, perhaps, but cannot have created them from the whole cloth. This is Athena's truth. What right have you to pass judgment? You were but a vessel for my masterwork. Your purpose ends there. My only mistake was leaving you possessed of a soul. What are you saying? Poor Erectonios, always the last to arrive at the obvious conclusion. I gave birth to you for a single reason, that you might serve as my tool, and like any tool, I crafted you to suit my needs, that you might accept my essence when the time came. Méchante maman. Of course, I also made you more amenable to my demand and ensured that you would feel a cloying affection for your dear mother. However, it seems that my tinkering was insufficient. My very feeling were of your design. Oh. La Brea va se sacrifier pour sauver son fils. You created a boy unable to grasp even the simplest magic, ever hopelessly clinging to his mother's robe, unable to do otherwise. I was doomed from the start. Yet, here you are, standing in defiance of her design. You are more than what she made you. More than the sum of your parts. I still feel the sting of it, but with pain come clarity. You ill deserve to wear the mantle of a god. As stubborn as you are witless. If this star would null be mine, then it serves no purpose. Ah, puis eux, ils ont pas de pouvoir. She aims to obliterate the ethereal sea and stem the flow of life. She will do no such thing. Before the battle, Labrea told me I was the key to finishing this. Although I am but an illusion, my soul has crossed eons to find its home in another. And whose body Athena has seen fit to purloin as her own? Much of what I once was now resides in him. Should my memory seize this chance to follow suit, they may resound enough to wake his mind. But Athena inhabits him still. What will become of you? I don't know. But if I can rouse his soul, perhaps it will disrupt Athena's hold. It's the best chance we have. My whole life others have looked down upon me, but I've never given up searching for my purpose. Now I've found it. This decision is yours to make, and yours alone. A dit Papa. Do as you will, my son. I know you shall make me proud. Erectonios, do not dare. No, stop this! Your words hold sway over me no longer. My life is my own. And I have found my true family. J'aime son expression, il est smug. Ugh. My power wanes. The vessel rejects me. Ah mon dieu, ça veut dire qu'il va pouvoir rester dans le présent avec nous? S'il incorpore le corps de son présent? What is happening? Athena's magic should be impotent with nobody to fuel them. Precisely. Athena was the sole force holding the space around Pandemonium together, and now it crumbles. Although little would change if we were buried here, we cannot let this be Dane's final resting place. Oh, ils vont me sauver! Ce qui veut dire que lui, c'est la réincarnation d'Eric va avoir l'âme d'Eric en lui. Puis ils ont abandonné le corps de la mère, là. Of all my miscalculation, to think that you would be my undoing, that you would ever be capable of defying me. You've made me proud. Ah, is there more you would say to me? Or have you decided to return to your dear mother's bosom? Have you brought Claudien back to me? Apologies, but I am only the dregs of my own memory. I can do naught but watch as the evil you've wrought collapse, burying you under its weight. How disappointing, truly useless to the last. Au contraire. And who made me that way? Oh. Quand même triste. J'aurais aimé ça qu'ils vivent dans Claudien, en fait. Pandémonium a disparu. Donc oui, Snow. Question, question, and more question. Why did Claudien set out by himself, and what did he see? Oh, I do hope he wakes up soon. Nemgigi. At least on the surface, Professor Claudien appears unarmed. We must wait for him to gain consciousness to judge anything beyond that, I fear. La Brea. C'est rien. Temis. Although Eric Tonios was not but a collection of memory, I know his absence pains you. But he acted with resolve, full aware of the potential consequences. Let us look back on this moment with no sorrow, but with pride. You both are the heroes of the day. Athena's ambition would have swallowed the world had you not stemmed their advance. We shall stay here, both to look over Professor Claudien and ensure that there are no further disturbance in the ethereal sea. You should rest, and I will not take no for an answer. Sure. Guided by the past. La Brea surveille Claudien with concern. It seems we can do not but wait. Ah, ce serait le fun que Claudien se réveille, mais avec les souvenirs de Eric. J'avais même pas remarqué qu'il avait la même face, mais juste les cheveux d'une couleur différente. Perhaps we might discuss the matter which has been troubling me. Sure. While your colleague Nemgigi was enlightening us on the historical event which led to this era, she let slip the name of one of the Asians, La Habrea. Although she knew the figure only from her research, she was most insistent that there is no evidence connecting the Asian to myself. Yet I am aware that this Labrea used the heart of Sabik to sow chaos throughout your world, and I would be a fool to deny such strong connection between us. You are the only one present who has met the Asian in question, so I would ask you directly, are he and I the one and same? Is it my fate to work in the shadows and bring about untold destruction? Oh. Tu es lui, je ne peux pas être certain. 3 petits points. Dans les faits, il y a un Evil Labrea scellé dans Pandemonium. Mais c'est sûr que c'est lui, parce que les Asiens n'étaient pas méchants à base. C'est Zodiac qui les oblige à être de même, puis après des milliers d'années, ils sont un petit peu virés fous. Écoute, je pense que c'est lui, puis je suis juste content d'avoir un moment où je pouvais y parler. You are him. I see. If you say it is so, then there is no reason to disbelieve it. Je crois que j'aurais la même réponse, même si j'ai dit l'autre choix. These Asians, or Paragons, I'm told, were ruthless in their scheme to rejoin the sundered worlds. I have heard but a small number of their deeds, and still I find it difficult to comprehend the depths to which they were willing to sink. To choose a path of evil, all for the sake of the star. I admit 'tis a decision I will make under the right circumstances. Although the ages may take their toll, my devotion to my duty will never waver. Je te déteste pas, toi. Puis t'étais fou aussi. Même par les standards des autres Raciens, t'étais fou. Trop de body hopping. Paying no heed to what might be lost, I will treat the heart of Sebek as a mere tool for my own ends. Never caring to look beyond the surface, I will unleash forces that I fail to truly comprehend, and remain blissfully ignorant of my hypocrisy all the while. Ah, phew, j'allais dire ça finit pas de même, là. Ah, il y a les yeux puis le visage. Puis la coupe de cheveux. Il est juste pas de la bonne couleur. Ah, it appears Claudien has awakened. Rappelle-toi d'eux, rappelle-toi d'eux. Then, have some faint memories of what transpired. You stood against Athena and won. And you were there too. Labrea, Eric Toniel's memory of you dwell within me still. Yay! Through unyielding discipline, you hoped to forge a son equal to yourself, but the crucible you placed on him left scars which we were loath to heal. Yet you were never motivated by selfishness. All you did was in service of your duty, and at least I will hear no more. Though you may possess Eric memories, you are not him. In rebirth, you have become someone else entirely, and you belong to the sage. As such, I am your enemy, and an enemy does not deserve sympathy. Of course, I would never condone the action of the Asian, but you are not him, you are Labrea of the Convocation. Tu es en train de me faire regretter d'y avoir dit que c'était lui? You spared no effort in saving us from Athena's machination. For that you deserve the utmost praise, and my personal thanks. If you insist on deceiving yourself, then so be it. My stance remains unchanged. The most difficult of your trials is behind you, but you may find that Pandemonium has yet to relinquish the last of its secret. Il n'y aura pas d'autres raids, qu'est-ce qu'il va y avoir de plus? Among them is the identity of Hephaestus Liberator, who set the very first wheels in motion. There is but one place to find these answers: the past. However, I must insist that you keep silent about Athena's fate. While I doubt I would change the decision I make, you should not tender us information we could not uncover ourselves. Of course. Écoute, c'est pas mon premier voyage dans le passé, hein. Now that I have said my piece, I shall follow my son's footstep. Bye bye! Fait qu'au bout de la ligne, tous les Haitiens étaient aimables d'une façon ou d'une autre. These odious memories will fade to nothing, as was always their fate. Farewell. Whoosh. My time too draws near, but I believe I can stay long enough to see this matter though. You shall journey to the past to seek out the truth of Labrea's word, yes? While Themis himself may have been there to see this encounter, I have the unique opportunity to hear your perspective on the matter. That is, of course, if you will share it with me. Of course! I look forward to it. I shall take to in the ethereal sea one final time as I await your return. Je vais avoir une quête qui va m'amener dans le passé pour aller voir. Ah! bah oui, hein? Parler à la Brea. The World Unsundered. Allons-y. Téléportons-nous dans le passé, because we can. Boop! Elpis. On va y aller en Metroid. Est-ce qu'il doit être en haut là-bas? Oui. C'est vraiment une belle zone, Elpis. What? Je me fais encore aggro à mon level. Je veux-tu me déporter en gameplay? Non. A bit busy here, boo. Buddy boo. Thank you. Entrer dans Pandemonium, dans son époque. The World Unsundered, Pandemonium. Et on les voit se promener. Ah non, ok, c'est du monde random. Quand t'as décoration, c'est des cages géantes qui pendouillent de nulle part. Passage to the Hidden Compound. Hey guys! Les versions vivantes pour de vrai. C'est pas des mémoires. Then, truth be told, I thought you would have little reason to ever visit this place again. It seems I was wrong. I'm looking for answered. I just wanted to say hello. Ah, le premier. How neatly you obfuscate your motivation. Do as you... How neatly you obfuscate your motivation. Do as you will, then. He has gone through the trouble to visit us, so I hardly think his curtness is in order. We brave Pandemonium together. Why not at least share with him our progress? I have relinquished control of Pandemonium to La Brea. I was never meant to hold it for long, and now such authority resides in rightful hands. With La Brea's help, we have poured through Athena's research into the Hemitoi. Thus, were we able to restore Hegemon's mind and body. Yet, there is still much work to be done. The mage to repair, keyword to replace. The tasks are too many to count. But although the path may be long, our progress is steady. I believe we can safely say Pandemonium will soon function as it did before. Indeed, before we reach that point, however, there is some matter which must be put to rest. One concerns Pandemonium itself, another is a personal matter. Until they are settled, I cannot move forward. It shall not take long. Lack of resolve caused me to delay, but I have chosen my course. These concerns must be weighty indeed. Do you intend to share your burdens with us? If you would bear witness, then come. Your arrival is at the very moment... Your arrival at this very moment almost beggars belief, but I shall not ask you to leave. I simply ask that you do not interfere, whatever may happen. Je pense que j'ai pas pogné quand il y avait les yeux fermés. La conclusion de Pandemonium. Who that? Est-ce que c'est la mère en déguisement? Stay here. This will be over soon. Sure. Why did you call me here, Master Labrea? There's still so much to be done if the warders are to be freed. You have served within Pandemonium since Athena's time, have you not? That makes you the most senior keyword now that Agdistis is gone. C'est un nom non bien compliqué à dire ça. As such, you deserve to know a secret few others are privileged to hear, one concerning myself. Separating Hephaestus from myself required removing part of my soul. A necessary sacrifice, but one which come at no small cost to my natural talents. I am but a shadow of the man I was at the time of my appointment as Labrea. I could never hope to wield the same magic that Hephaestus used to bind the water's mind, let alone break their shackles. That tone of defeat does not befit your voice, Master Labrea. Do not give in to despair. There is no despair, only truth. I do not confide in you to garner cheap sympathy. Hephaestus left behind fascinating research. His conclusion was that in order to transform a vessel into an Hemitheos, absolute control over their mind was essential. As you well know, the magic used to achieve such dominion exploited strong emotion within their victim's heart. In the case of Hesperos and Agdesis, their respect for me. Upon slipping his bond, Hephaestus took steps to throw Pandemonium into chaos. With their attention divided, the keyword and warder alike were easy target. But there was an act that came before. Regardless of Hephaestus' prowess, he could not have won freedom of his own. For long days and nights I pondered who might have released him. I could only conclude that Athena's plans were set in motion long, long ago, when she claimed the mind of one of her admirer. Hegemon, none would question your pride in your position, your devotion to Pandemonium. But do you not believe I am the one fit to lead it, do you? You do not believe. Your loyalty lies not with my vision of Pandemonium, but Athena's. Master Labrea, whatever has spurred this sudden accusation, I assure you there is a proper explanation. What are you doing, Labrea? Do not approach. As I have already stated, even should I detect Athena's tinkering, I am currently powerless to dispel it. And so I have come to a decision, one which was made with the best interests of our star in mind. I order to build a better future, I require the strength I have lost. In order. Oh, il va l'absorber? Non! Il va réabsorber sa deuxième moitié. I must embrace these odious memories. Qu'est-ce qu'il fait? Je suis pas sûr. Il va réabsorber sa moitié méchante. Mark well this sight. Engrave it upon your very soul. You now bear witness to the true Labrea. I cannot imagine this was an easy choice, but it is done. Is she alive? Yes, and she shall remember this lesson well. Athena's puppet no longer. I see. She may yet harbor ill will toward me, but that is a risk I am willing to take. Our star requires a steady hand to guide it, and now mine is equal to the task. I can no longer allow Pandemonium to divert my focus. Ok, il l'a purgé. Hegemon, I would ask that you serve me anew. There is none other more suited to overseeing this prison. None other who will take such pride in their duty. Crème, la finale est plus longue que je pensais. My loyalty to Athena led me to betray you once before. Why would you allow me to keep the position of keyword? I require your talent, as I require Hephaestus. The past is of no consequence. Very well. In honor of our fallen colleagues, I shall restore this institution to its former glory. Labreaz himself once more. He wields his authority without hesitation, and thinks not twice once his judgment has sounded. Yet he is different from Athena. He thinks only of the betterment of the star. So long as duty guides his action, he shall not share her fate. And should his conviction ever waver, the emissary will set him back on the proper course. Good. If this is the path he chooses to walk, then I will walk with him. I'll allow our bond to fray no further. As his son, I will support him the days ahead. I would not ask you to say the same, then. You and I stand on peaks separated by vast chasm. Our perspective shall never align. How do you know that? And never shall one give way to the other, for such is our nature. With that in mind, let us consider any depths between us to be void. Before you leave here, mark well these words. Ça va être dark ce qu'il va dire? My resolve shall weather loss unfathomable and yield before no obstacle. Walk your path with the same conviction. Oh, I know. I kill you someday. Pas vrai, je me fais kill steal par le vieux papy de l'église, mais sinon... Damn. Hephaestus and Labrea were once the same when he was named as one of the convocation. This change poses no need to concern, for all is as it should be. From this day forward, I will do what I can to aid my father. In this way, I shall forge my own future. If not for you, my long-slumbering demons may have gone unslain. I would have never been forced to reconsider my true nature. Yet, as I said, do not consider this an admission of depth. Now I believe you have other places to be. Remain here any longer, and I may be inclined to place you in a cell next to one of our more recalcitrant subjects. Master Labrea saw through me long ago, but now his mind is unclouded by doubt, and I shall not fail him again. Alright. See you in the future. Ah, faut que je le recours pour de vrai. Ça, c'est pas cool, les gars. Vous auriez dû me mettre une TP juste à côté. Bon. On se retéléporte dans le présent. On sort le chocobo. You, bring me down now, please. On ressort le chocobo. Pamps, pamps, pana. Ah, je suis obligé de courir ici. Il aurait pu au moins mettre dans l'entrée du hangar du Ragnarok, pas de l'autre côté. C'est une longue run dans un garage complètement vide. C'est pas cool. Certains diront aussi que c'est un drôle de design de mettre l'ascenseur qui descend dans le Sea of Stars juste à côté du vaisseau spatial qui pourrait très bien foncer dedans. Hey guys, I'm back! Ah, you have returned. I should like to hear what you have discovered, though I believe your friend has business with us first. There you are, then. While you were away, Timmins brought me up to speed on all that happened while I was held prisoner. His story shone light upon any number of questions that were niggling at my conscience, namely those concerning the ethereal signature emanating from Azisla. Doubtless its source was Athena reaching out as far as she could from her prison, ever grasping for someone to take Erictonio's places, grasping for the body of his soul resided in. I wanted to ask, when you first found the crystal, were you unable to hear the memories stored within? Indeed, it was only after our research was well underway that I could hearken to its whisper. Contact with the crystal should have awakened the memories, but the passage of time likely changed Erictonio's soul in a subtle way. Perhaps ethereal resonance was a gradual process in this case. However, being attuned to Erictonio supposes you to Athena's voice as well. Doubtless the choice to venture forth into Azisla was not your own, it was Athena's influence working through you. I do recall being strangely fixated on acting alone. I never would have encouraged such recklessness usually. Although the choice was not entirely my own, I am still ashamed of my actions. Reflection is how we plant the seeds of growth, although we must not blame ourselves for events out of our controls. That the voice in the crystal belonged to the person from which your soul originated. Well, not even the most brilliant researcher could come to that conclusion. Your reassurance means more than you know. Thank you. Now, one final matter. It concerned the very crystal whose discovery is set upon this adventure in motion. Perhaps sparked by a recent event, a new light began to shine from within its depths. From my experience, this may indicate that new memory has floated to the surface, eager to be observed. For some time, the question of why Labrea and Erictonios would leave such a crystal behind in the first place was lingering in the back of my mind. With Erictonios' memory as such magical talents as are at my disposal, I believe I can make this final memory manifest for us all to behold. Shall we witness it together? Sure. I leave this memory for you, the future of our star. The final days have come, and creation magic we have so relied upon now hasten our downfall. But despair has not yet won out. Labrea and the others of the Convocation are working to stem the chaos which threatens to engulf our star. Balde final days! Their plan requires great sacrifice. Elidibus Themis has already offered to give his life for our salvation. Yet there is another problem which must be dealt with. Pandemonium, wherein are confined our most vicious creature. Even should we survive the final day, it will take time to restore order. If Pandemonium cell were breached and the prisoners set upon the star, our hard-won peace would be obliterated in an instant. Someone must stay behind to ensure that never happens. With Themis and Labrea otherwise indisposed, that responsibility falls to me. And that is why I must defy the directive of the Convocation. My soul will not be offered to manifest the will of the star, but instead consigned to eternal vigil. I know that in doing so the final days may take me. I may not live to see my duty upheld. That's why I've resolved to set this crystal adrift in the tides of the underworld. It contains memories of pandemonium from both my father and I, and shall bear this warning to the future, even if I cannot. I've imbued the crystal with magics that will attract it to my essence. Even should I journey through the underworld and be born anew, this message will reach me. Pandemonium shall not be left unattended. If all else fail, then perhaps another man like my dear friend will come along, one with an almost unnatural ability to pick up the scent of trouble. Ha! Présent. I wonder where he is now. How many souls has he saved, and how many beasts has he slain since last we met? Beaucoup. Alongside my warning, this memory shall carry a wish. Then may we meet again. Now listen well. If anyone received this message, you must come to Pandemonium. Please make haste. I repeat. Dun, 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 dun. La bande sonore d'un worker, tellement bonne. Well, that dispels the last of my doubts. Thank you for humoring me. And now we come to this. It survived. Oh, la Black Horacite, il l'avait? Yes, the heart of Sabik. Nani? The tie that bound Athena's memories to my body, no doubt. When I regained my senses, I found it upon my person. Now it appears your effort has left it bereft of memories. No trace remains of Athena. However, its powers as a recite yet remain, and it may prove to be a valuable trove of knowledge in the hand of the right researcher. I feel that the fate has left it with me for a reason. I shall take my leave, but on behalf of my colleagues, nay, the entire star, I thank you both for putting an end to Athena's wickedness. Hein? Combien de fois je la sauve, notre planète? Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Encore! Je l'aime la quête, mais ça s'étire.
I see. Then Hephaestos' story has been laid bare.
Là, il voice. Au moins.
As has the nature of our mysterious crystal. The questions which led us into Pandemonium are answered, and soon order shall be restored. I too can fade away, unburdened by regret. I could not have reached this point without you, friend.
Tu peux pas dire mon nom.
So many revelations. But there are more, if you would dig a little deeper. Elidibus's soul was plucked from the ethereal sea, and from it I was wrought. Surely you have a passing interest in what I remember, in what I feel.
Oh, elle est allée chercher sa vraie âme dans le présent. Ce qui veut dire qu'il sait qu'on l'a tué. Whoopalai.
You deserve what answers I can provide. While my memories of Pandemonium are clear, all else is hazy at best. Perhaps Athena made me this way, or perhaps it is the result of who or what I was before.
Ouais, quand on t'a vaincu, tu nous as combattus parce que tu savais que c'était ton duty, mais tu savais pas pourquoi. Il était rendu à un point où est-ce qu'il faisait sa job sans le savoir. Il était pas fou, mais il y avait pas de raison de faire ce qu'il faisait. Il le faisait juste parce qu'il fallait qu'il le fasse. C'était du mercy killing dans son cas.
Still, I can recall vague figures. Scenes from my future and your past.
Mhm.
At the Crystal Tower's peak, we clash. And later, from that self-same spire, I send you forth
Yep.
into our age, into Elpis.
Ton fantôme nous a envoyés dans le passé. C'est une belle conclusion à son histoire à lui.
Do I decide on such a course? Formless as these images are, I cannot say. However, I can hazard a guess. Somewhere within my fragmented memories, I catch a glimpse of our journey into Pandemonium. A glimpse which shows not the path we took or the destination where it led us, yet by its very presence demands that you are required in Elpis. And even if that act is but one link in the chain of events which ends in Atheris' salvation, then this all has meaning. Our time together, every moment, is worthwhile, and I am unburdened by regret.
C'est encore un message caché des réalisateurs du jeu.
That said, it is possible my motivations become something else entirely. That you would cross this vast expanse in the hopes of being reunited with your allies. A devotion that once would have baffled me. But after having been to the depths of that twisted prison and back, I think I can understand. Now, I have pulled back the curtain as far as I dare. The people of your age call this the Ethereal Sea, a name I quite enjoy, for it teems with life, each star a soul on its journey.
Je sais pas pourquoi il me fait penser à Patrick Stewart, la façon qu'il parle. On dirait un vieux monsieur fatigué.
And among these uncountable stars, it was yours that crossed my path. For that, I shall be forever grateful. I wish you well on your journey. A journey as long as your star is bright. A journey not bound by the confines of this world or any other.
Oh, foreshadow. Toutes les Haitiens. On commence qu'on les haït, puis on finit par les aimer. Mesdames et messieurs, c'était Pandemonium de la patch 6.4. On a fini les 12 cercles. Oh. Oh, 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 oh. Foreshadow, est-ce qu'il nous manque quelque chose qui s'en vient?
Fascinating. The truths that dwell at the edge of sleep.
C'est encore le Debus qui parle?
The course of history is set by its victors. It is immutable, and yet
Ah. Kilobytes ont passé de 33 000 à 23 000.
continue upon its path.
C'est encore à 60 FPS.
Look. The light.
Yo, 2h du matin ici, hein? C'est rough ses yeux, ça. Pas le seul qui vient de finir ça. Welcome back then. I hope you said farewell to Timis for me. Recent event has given me not only a new focus for my research, but also insight in my own origins. Truly it is a gift I could never hope to repay. As Labreaself, I am not Erictonios. Yet I bear part of him inside of me, and I shall do what I can to follow the traces he has left behind for the present days. A spark has been struck in my mind. I am ready to pursue my research with a fervor the likes of which I have not had since my youth. Doubtless I shall have need of you in the days and moons ahead. When that time comes, only hope you will again lend me your sound counsel. Until then, may you fare well. Vas-tu devenir important, toi, ça veut dire? Quick arm, quick tone, battle down, spaghetti. J'ai jamais de problème de casting time, fait qu'on sait ça. Awesome, gal, great job. Nice! On a fini Pandemonium! Wow! Hey, je m'attendais pas à ce que ça dure aussi longtemps. Fait merci d'avoir resté avec moi, puis passez une bonne fin de journée. Ciao!